I recently got my copy of The Dead Shall Rise, which is the graphic novel that takes place before the events of the game. It's not as good as you think. In fact, the reviews online from a lot of the fans sites is pretty much true. Okay, Verizon, you're being a piece of shit right now. I'm sorry. I can't take this much longer. Every time I try to stream, it seems something goes wrong with the internet. I don't know why. I'm gonna try to get to it through a new game here.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants.
I'm pretty sure this...
I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire.
I think this is
I served him a millennium.
I think this might be from the PC version.
Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
It's worth mentioning that the comics try to say that it was his sister that caused all this.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul Reaver, my angel of death.
Okay, stream seems to still be stable. I am not getting dropped frames. I'm not having my kilobytes per second drop to fucking 0 all of a sudden. Anyway, I really love the Legacy of Kain series. I've played Blood Omen, I've played Soul Reaver 1 and 2, I've played Defiance. I haven't played Blood Omen 2 though. That was kind of the dark sheep of the family, but I do want to try to play it eventually. I wanted to start the Legacy of Kain series with Blood Omen, but unfortunately that's going to be a little tricky to stream right now because my copy is the GOG version. It runs better than the PlayStation version, but the problem is that you do have to kind of get mods and whatnot to actually get it to a streaming level, because I want to try to do it on Windows so I can actually, like, you know, use my OBS still. I'm not going to play Ascension. That is based off of the comic The Dead Shall Rise, and that story is not so great. As I said, they try to put a lot of importance on Raziel's sister, which they introduced in the comic, saying like she was the one who had Kain resurrect them as a bargain she makes with him to do a paradox of some sort, because she wants to revive her dead lover who was turned into a Hilden vampire of some kind. I don't know. It's confusing, and it doesn't help the fact that the Legacy of Kain does deal with time travel. Even in the first game, there was time travel.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
Yeah, so this is the warp gate. We can't use it yet because we haven't opened any other gates in the game yet, but this is going to be helpful later. And we have a more modern control scheme where I can actually move the camera with the right stick. Whereas the original was sort of fixed camera because it was on the PS1 and the Dreamcast, so you had to use the shoulder buttons to rotate the camera. Which wasn't really ideal.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
There we go. We're back up to full. Yeah, sorry, I was just keeping an eye on my screen there for a second. Okay, L2. I was hitting R2 there for a second.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Yeah, the camera moving up and down, you can't really control
What
it.
scabrous wretches are these?
Stua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Combat tutorial. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's duck. That's auto face. Okay. And there we go. Okay, frames per second has not dropped, so the stream's stable.
Conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Okay, so L1 is map, L2 is duck, R1 is face enemy. It's okay. And the touchpad is our spellcast.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve. You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Make it. Made it.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. A vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Okay, I got a soul. I think.